Okay, we're out here doing a little ballistics testing today, and we had a recent conversation on carry guns, and so what we're doing today is we are going to test the 38 Special, see it there, the hard cast 158 grain Keith bullet, and this is from Underwood. This is traveling at, we got Starline brass, 38 Special plus P, and that fires at about 1,000 feet per second from a short barrel. So the test gun today is the Ruger SP-101, and that is a 2 1/4 inch barrel, which would be very comparable to something like an LCR, which we would be firing this particular round from. So the idea here is we're going to use this frying pan. This metal is pretty thick, and just to show you how thick it is, here's another frying pan I'm going to show you in just a second. But see that mark right there? That ding right there where it cracked and the bullet didn't go through is from a standard velocity 38 Special, just range ammo, probably doing 650, 700 feet a second, and it did not go through that frying pan. So these things are not made out of pot metal. They've got some thickness to them. And so the idea here is to simulate ribs or something like that, and to see if this 38 Special is going to be deflected down towards the steel as opposed to going through the pan and into the jugs. So we've got at least 15 inches of water here, and for those of you who don't know, water is it's the high 90s. Your body is made up of the high 90s, somewhere in there. I don't remember, it was 97, 95% water. So ballistics gel is actually, you would get deeper penetration in ballistics gel than you would using pure water. So by using water, you're actually being conservative. So if it'll go through all those jugs, then it'll go deeper into flesh and bone. But this round will penetrate feet of flesh and bone. So the goal today is to find out if it can be, how well it does against deflection tests. And this won't necessarily prove anything. If it does get deflected today, let's see, we're at a pretty good angle, then it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a horrible round. It'll do as well as any of the 38 Special, that's for sure. And if it doesn't get deflected, then I'll be all the happier with it. Okay, so now we've got the SP-101. So there's the SP-101, there's the 158 grain hard cast Keith bullet. We're going to get a chronograph reading and see what happens all at once. There was the reading on that shot, 1,062 feet per second. So bringing it in a little closer, here's our frying pan that was angled, remember that. And we had no trouble whatsoever. You can see it maintained its, from that shrapnel coming out of that pan, you can see it maintained its angle, and it blew right through that pan. So not what I was expecting. Impacted the first jug right in the center, split it out, massively huge. Impacted the second jug right in the center, came out of there, left a big ugly scar on that one too. Okay, looks like it might have twisted on in that jug somewhere. It impacted this jug here, still came out the back, guys. So that round is somewhere off in the berm over there, but there you go. That just went through this pan, this frying pan, and 3 more jugs of water. So this is a nice stout round for something like an LCR, and I would have no problems using that. You know, one thing I didn't mention earlier about this wound here is that one thing to note about that, guys, is that this is, like I said, that was a 38 Special range load out of my SP-101, which I've chronographed at 650, 700 feet a second. And so by comparison, you know, that round as anemic as it may be, just a range round nose 38 special, that would go right through you. That would go right through any person. That would penetrate feet of ballistics gel, and this pan stopped it cold. Well, not quite cold. I mean, it really put a nasty bulge in it, but it stopped it. So your ribs are not going to stop a range load from a 38, and this pan did. So I think what this shows, even though it can't prove anything, these are not real world statistics, but this hard cast Keith load had no problems going right through that pan. And this pan is obviously, as I just sort of pointed out, it's quite a bit harder than the human rib cage, than the human sternum, anything like that. So if you're up against a sumo wrestler and all you've got is a 38 special, this is the load I would recommend.